No, thank you for calling, baby. I got it. We're live now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Woos. This is another cat.
We're on the new stream. Don't worry, Gene. There's 0 viewers so far. So what you did was really fuck us in the ass. But I think they're gonna come back. Hey, we got one.
I'm gonna come.
Do we have a link that I can tweet out or something?
I'm sure I can pull one up.
All right. Good luck on your show, buddy.
I'm so angry right now.
Please have fun. Have fun and do fun stuff.
Thanks, guys. Sorry
Turn it
about
to glass.
God damn it, Gino.
Well, we got one guy. 11 people.
A couple of people are filing back
all right,
in.
they're coming back in.
Does Steve ever stop eating? Yeah, unfortunately. I want to kind of constantly be eating all day.
Really?
I don't know about you.
Just like little noshes all the time?
Snacks. I don't know if you know this about me. I love snacks.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I had the church snack the other day. Here, this is for all 14 of you.
Yeah.
You know how you're not supposed to take communion if you're not in the church anymore or whatever the fuck the rule is?
No, I didn't know that.
I pretend I don't know that. It's a thing. I don't know. Half my family didn't go up and get communion when we were at the mass for my dad at Nana.
Yeah.
And I went up because I'm like, listen, I've been indoctrinated for 8+ years with this religion. I now sat here for an hour plus at this mass. I'm eating the snack. There ain't no fucking way that I'm not having the one good part of this whole thing, which is this dry ass little wafery cracker that melts in your mouth.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
it doesn't taste good.
Proof that Jesus was a total Jew. This is his body, and this is the pieces he's giving out. They're fucking the size of a quarter. Guys I guess back then, he was so skinny that there just wasn't much to give. He's like, here's my body. Here's like the tiniest little sliver of Jesus.
There's so many believers, you know.
Catholic in the Protestant church, you get an actual piece of bread.
See, that makes more sense to me. Jimmy says in the Protestant church, you get an actual piece of bread.
In certain ones, like Baptist and...
In certain ones.
Did you get the wine?
No, I didn't get the wine.
That doesn't
I want it.
They don't do that anymore just because...
They don't even offer it. No, yeah.
I thought you were supposed to get both.
They offer you the tiny cracker. Because again, Jesus, the all-giving forever Jew, fucking always giving out the tiniest sliver of himself humanly fucking possible. Well, you know what, Jesus? If this is my body I bestow onto you, keep it to yourself. Not enough.
Yeah, I don't want it. It's just a tease.
Total tease.
Yeah.
If I'm going to go ahead and eat another man's flesh, I want a nice hefty portion. I want to actually feel full after I'm done eating another man's flesh.
It could be the same size, maybe a little thicker at least.
A little?
Little?
Just like a big cracker. A big cracker. Like, give me a saltine. Just give me like a refresher.
My whole life I devote to you, and all I get for that is this little teeny wafer that melts in my mouth. There's no substance to it at all.
And I guess it's like the idea is like, well, you better love me. You better love me forever with all your fucking body, being, and soul, because this is all you get.
This is all you get, yeah.
Prove it by accepting this tiny gift and then saying, that was great, Jesus. Thank you so much. Oh my God, best tiny cracker I've ever had in my life. You're the best, man. Thank you so much.
Love you, Jesus.
Fucking, meanwhile, while he's getting nailed to the cross, you're like, you see what he was giving out at the Last Supper?
But
did you see what we all got? We all got one tiny cracker.
Didn't people in your family know that you didn't deserve the cracker?
And that's the whole thing. And this is why I'm like, what do you mean I don't deserve? I'm a confirmed Catholic. I earned this with fucking my whole childhood. I earned this tiny cracker, which is probably why it's so goddamn tiny. But
yeah, because everyone's going up stealing their cracker that don't deserve it. So they have to portion the cracker smaller because people like you are going up there and eating crackers that
people like me aren't even in church. People, are you kidding me? I'm only there because someone died. It takes a death to get me in this fucking building. But then, yeah, people that like me are going up to steal the cracker.
Steal the cracker.
Because I feel entitled to this cracker. Because again,
I feel you. I would want the cracker.
I'm sorry, do I get my 8 years back? Do I get those back now because I decided God's fake and gay? Do I get those back?
What about the fact that I'm here with a group of people, Only some of them get the cracker?
Yeah, what?
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 I
Why
can't get
is
the
Jesus
cracker.
such a picky asshole? I thought this whole thing was I love I love everybody as long as they follow exactly to the T the cracker rules. Because by the way, you don't have to follow the cracker rules to go to church at all.
No.
You can just go to church as like a bum pissing on the pews and making them really smell pew.
Mhm.
But you don't have to be any sort of person to go to church and pray.
No.
So why do I have to be some sort of, I followed every real special guy to eat the snack. To just be like, hey, you're right, priesty. This was a really long service, and I am kind of feeling a bit peckish.
Mm-hmm.
I deserve a little cracker.
No, I agree with you, but I'm sure your family wouldn't.
So most of my family didn't go up because they're not, it's not like they're pieces of shit. They're just like, we haven't been going to church and stuff.
They weren't hungry?
They're not as fat as me, Gary. There's a difference between all of us. But yeah, and the funniest fucking thing is my brother's sitting in the pew behind me. And
Dale?
No, both of them. Yeah, Joey and Dale are behind me. And I am the only one out of the whole crew to go up. And I'm clearly, by the way, making a statement by going up. Like it's not. They know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
I walk up and I'm just like, the priest goes to hand it to me, and he actually holds it in the air because you're supposed to say, he goes, "Body of Christ," and you go, "Amen." And he's holding. I have my hands folded properly. And he goes, "Body of Christ," and I go, "Amen." Because I forgot for a second. I was like, he's holding it up. And I'm like, what are you doing? Put it in my, give me the cracker. And I was like, oh, that's right. Amen. Amen. And I shove it in my face like it's a fucking, like an actual snack. I just go, I know, sacrilegious.
Was
God
it
forbid.
worth it? It was
totally worth it.
Uh-huh.
Totally. Because by the way, Jesus, it sucks that he's such a fucking Jew and he's so cheap with them.
Yeah.
I would eat a mountain of these. They melt in your mouth. They're little wafers.
Yeah. They are good.
Like you put a little salt on them, they'd be delicious.
It's kind of like Christian matzah.
Yeah.
Broken, right?
But matzah stinks. Matzah is like eating cardboard. It's
that's what wafers
rough,
are like.
But they're not rough
they're
and
not
cardboardish.
they're not like the texture of cardboard. But
Again,
the same flavor.
Just a complete melt in your mouth, like wonderful full experience.
You would think the church would like perfect the recipe so these little things are like so delicious. Right? You would think they've been making them for so long.
I mean, if you're trying to sell Jesus's body, you might want to be like, wow, wow, I didn't know Jesus was barbecue sriracha flavored.
And keep the recipe secret.
He's Middle Eastern. Maybe he's a little yogurt sauce on it.
So people, they have to come to church. Like, did you taste the body of Christ this year? It's delicious. And then people would have to go to church to try to taste it. I feel like this is a new revolution for the church. They could use this to their advantage.
I just love bonus heresy because Gino shut the stream off and kicked everyone out. Ralphie May Conti, 2-ton Conti, Jelly Roll Steve, still on Gino's site. Yeah, we know. Gino wasn't supposed to shut it off. We're supposed to do the football show.
Yeah.
We're talking about me committing sacrilege because we're waiting for people to hopefully figure out that the show wasn't supposed to end and we're supposed to make picks. Is a wafer even thinner than the cracker? But anyway, the whole thing was that I sat back down and my brother Joey poked me in the back. Do you enjoy your church snack?
He knew.
He knew. Because again, I didn't.
Did Caitlin get her snack?
No, she wouldn't even walk up. So the priest said, everybody we're coming up for the service. He's Filipino or something, and he barely speaks English. And we come from the service, so everybody come up. But if you don't want the whatever he calls it, the cracker,
the wafer, whatever, yeah.
What's the word? The Eucharist or something.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Walk up to me and put your hands like this. And so I'm motioning for Caitlin. I'm like, go in front of me because ladies first, and we're in a church, and I'm like the best guy ever.
Yep.
And she's like, no, I'm not going up. And I'm like, but this is all happening while people are walking up, and we're in the second row. My nana. And I'm like, no, I'm out loud. I'm saying, hey, just put your hands like this. Just come with me, but you got to put your hands like this. She's like, no, I'm not going up.
Good for her.
Honestly, yeah. Because imagine going up there, walking up and just going
to a priest.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Non-believer right here.
Yeah. But no, I'm not a complete non-believer. I believe in something ish. I don't believe in the characters and like the Spider-Man they created for the Bible, who's Jesus.
You don't believe you ate the body of Christ?
There's something in me that tells me I just had some sort of wafer cracker thing.
Huh.
There's just something in my gut that tells me I didn't eat this this holy beyond holy piece of Jesus. His actual body that didn't dissolve in my mouth.
And I can't believe they skimped out on the wine. It's fucked up.
I've been going to church again. 8 years of my life drained for no reason. Sundays wasted beyond belief.
What
Never
years are you
once
are you
offered the
counting
wine.
0 to 8?
No, I'm counting grades 1 through 8.
Oh, you went to Catholic school?
Went to Catholic school 1st grade through 5th, and then from 6 to 8, I went to CCD or catechism or whatever you want to call it. So again, I had to spend so much time getting talked to by people that probably just wanted to fucking molest me and not actually teach me anything about life and how things. I don't remember gaining any useful knowledge. The most useful thing I gained from any religious thing was, hey, treat others how you would like to be treated.
The golden rule.
The golden rule. But I feel like you don't need to go to church for that. That's kind of just life.
Yeah. But you don't learn anything in regular school either.
You learn math. We didn't.
You didn't even
do.
learn math?
People, no, I mean, like, people, supposedly you learn math.
We're in dodgeball. Boom, board.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, boy.
Come
Oh,
on.
God. Oh,
Come on, Jim.
God. That was scary.
If I can turn the camera around. This is really bonus content. This is really nobody's watching bonus content. If I could turn it around fast enough. Hold on. Oh, no, I went the wrong way. Son of a fucking motherfucking cunt. Hold on. Zip back. Let's go this way. Jimmy, where are you?
He keeps moving.
Where's Jimmy?
There he is.
There he is. Boom! You're out.
You got him.
Well, anywho.
The Vikings are headed to Chicago playing the Bears at Soldier Field, and the Bears are getting 3.5 points. I'm gonna have to go with the Vikings. The Bears teams are falling. The Bears seem like they're falling apart. There's some video on YouTube that they keep recommending me that the Bears are done. For some reason, I don't watch anything on the Bears or anything on YouTube, but they keep trying to promote this video. So I'm assuming the Bears are done. Caleb Williams got a concussion, or he gets knocked down and no one helps him up. Have you seen that stuff?
The whole team's in a bad state. They want to fire Matt Eberflus. He's not making the right decisions. They lost the game last week because he decided not to go for it, and they lost by a fucking field goal. They're in a fucking. It's not really Caleb's fault. He's a fucking rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
In a league that is very hard to be a rookie quarterback in, unless you're lucky. Honestly, I think Jaden Daniels is more lucky than he's good, especially after last week. What
about CJ Stroud? Not this year, but
he's developed.
But I'm saying, his first year he did well too, right? His rookie year. Was it lucky, or
I think it's got a good amount to do with luck,
and not just you have a good coach.
That's lucky. Your coach is good.
That's the good point.
It's all got the stars have to all align for you to fucking have a good year as a rookie quarterback.
That's true.
The Bears, I don't think they're completely cooked. I think I've said this every week, they're in the toughest division of football because every one of these teams nobody expected much from, but they're all winning outside of the division. They all have winning records.
People thought were going to be good, right?
Well, yeah, it's all right.
Packers, not really.
Packers, not really. Sam Darnold leading the Vikings. Nobody expected much.
And no one even really expected much because JJ whatever from Michigan was going to be the starter.
McCarthy?
Is that what he
JJ McCarthy?
Yeah. And then he got hurt, and then they really gave up on the Vikings, but the Vikings seem to have turned it around.
As far as when you look at other divisions, I don't know, the NFC East, you would swap records and not challenge it at all.
The AFC East too.
Yeah. Where it's that makes sense that they're all losing teams, except for the Saquon Barkley's Eagles and maybe the Commanders. But the division's tough. The Bears, what's their record right now? Because up until they had a winning record up until a week or two ago.
The Chicago Bears are 4-6 and but this might be after the spread. Damn it.
I want to say they were 4-3, and they were 4-4, and then 4-5. They're not a terrible team, but with that said, the Vikings are less of a not a terrible team. Give me the Vikings all fucking day.
Yeah.
That defense has been crushing every team they get put in front of, and Sam Darnold. He's had a few shitty ass games, but he is, compared to where he was on the Jets, a resurgence. This is what people are actually expecting from Daniel Jones, is once he gets put on another team, he's going to get this like New York stink off of him, and he's going to do fairly well.
But that doesn't usually happen to Giants players, just Jet players.
Just Jet players, yeah. But yeah, give me the Vikings all day. Easy money.
Vikings, yeah. All right. The Cowboys headed to Washington, D.C. Not really. Virginia, I guess, to play the Commanders. And the Commanders are giving 10.5 points.
That's a little crazy.
It's a little crazy.
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
But if the Cooper Rush Cowboys can beat the Commanders, then I don't know. Maybe this is just that weird part of the year where all this type of shit starts happening.
Yeah, that could always happen.
Because last week was Commanders Eagles, right? On Thursday night.
Yeah.
Where I made a complete dipshit asshole out of myself, and I was like, "There's no way the Commanders look at the Eagles.
Right.
The Commanders, Daniel doesn't know how to lose. There's no way he knows."
Someone clipped that whole thing.
I know. I watched it back, and I really wanted to put a shotgun in my mouth and fucking spray the wall with my dumb brains. But let's just say that didn't happen. Let's just say they have a good coach who has a clean slate policy of last week never happened. Whether it's a win or loss, never happened. I'm taking the goddamn Redskins over the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Because the Cowboys are balls, asshole, stinky.
They are.
They fucking blow.
I know.
They are competing with the Giants for worst team in the division, which is incredible because the Giants are very clearly the worst team in the division.
Yeah, and they don't have as many like superstars that Dallas has.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have to take the Commanders, even with that wild spread, just because if they start, but the spread is the only thing that gives me pause.
Me too.
Because they could very easily. I mean, if they win by a touchdown, it'll even be a clear game where the Cowboys were never up in the whole game.
They could have been up by 14, and then there's 2 minutes left, and they let the Cowboys score a garbage touchdown.
Right.
And they lose by 7.
Like I can very easily see them winning a clear, like there's no question they were going to win the game.
Yeah.
But it's by 9. 3 fucking, because a Cybert, whoever
that's why I'm picking the Cowboys.
Yeah, I can't pick the Cowboys. I think they're too trash to pick, even in those circumstances. But it's one where I'm like, maybe I'll bet both teams.
No, the Commanders, like, they haven't had their Lions blowout game where they've proven themselves. They can play better than a bad team, where they blow out a team, really. So I don't see them being able to blow out a divisional opponent, even if it's with a backup quarterback.
I'm now remembering, didn't they play already? Commanders, Cowboys?
Oh, and they blew them out?
I kind of want to say they did.
Stop proving me wrong.
I want to say this already happened. No, not Cowboys.
Who would you pick,
Cowboys.
Drunk Jimmy?
I'm going Commanders.
Commanders minus 10.5 against the Cowboys. Good answer.
I was wrong. They haven't played twice yet.
Okay.
They're playing tomorrow or Sunday, because tomorrow is not Sunday. And they're playing again on January 5th, the day before Insurrection Day.
In DC?
9/11 2.0.
No, this one's that one's in Dallas.
And then Douchey Nazi with the perfect point to wrap it all in a bow. The Dallas Poop Dicks. I couldn't have said it better myself.
All right. Well, next game, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers head to New York City, New Jersey to face off against the New York Giants. And the Buccaneers are giving 6 points.
Go Big Blue. Take those 6 points all day.
This game, Danny Jones has been benched for insurance policies, pretty much.
So Caitlin looked even deeper into that whole contract thing.
Really?
This guy Eli Manning must have just been running his entire, like the back end of his career, meaning like all the behind the scenes contract talks. And because this guy's contract is fucking insane. It's a $160 million contract. And these little caveats in it are completely wild. Where I said the other day, if he gets hurt, there's this like insurance thing in this contract where if they put him in for half the season or a certain amount of games and he gets hurt, he still gets paid out $23 million towards the cap, which fucks the Giants next year. But then there were these other parts where if they play him for the entire season and then don't re-up his contract, he gets another like $11 million bonus. God damn it.
Wow.
Caitlin had the whole thing laid out, and now that I'm fucking a couple of drinks in, I forget all the parts.
A couple? We're all a couple, more than a couple.
But no, dude, there was fucking 10 parts to this contract where, like, if they take him out, like, basically,
but like all in his favor.
All really, really in his favor.
So it was almost like he asked for even more money, and the Giants tried to finagle it and be like, all right, listen, if this happens and this happens and this happens, we'll still pay you this money or what.
Basically, yes. Every which way the season can go, he's owed $20 million plus every which way it goes.
But how did he have so much bargaining power? He was never great.
I have no idea what kind of money laundering scheme is going on with Daniel Jones' contract, but none of it makes any goddamn sense. I wish, Caitlin, please call me with the. She's probably not listening anymore. Even she gave up.
She's not like she follows Gino's Rumble channel and
I know.
Saw when he went live again.
Well, we're live on Gino's YouTube too, but
I'm getting some.
Oh, here we go. You're getting a call.
Hello? It's probably spam. Yeah. It's nothing.
But yeah, because I brought up the $25 million injury clause, but there was like 3 other things where they had, if he plays the whole, there was something to do with if he plays the whole season and they still don't play, if they still trade him at the end of the season, he gets some other fucking like $20 million bonus. So like they cannot play this man. They cannot be near him. He's also, by the way, now that he's getting benched, he's getting, I think that's the $11 million clause where he's getting $11 million now that he's getting benched. But it's not as much
as a bigger
as the other
ones.
Bonus. So so it's like no matter what, he's just fucking the Giants out of who they can pay next year. But at least it's only $11 million and not $25-30 million.
Holy shit!
Good for this jughead retard. Way to go! Yeah. Best contract I've ever heard of in my fucking life.
Yeah,
because
I mean I don't know Dak Prescott's contract, but that sounds pretty lock solid too.
I don't know his.
But like he's guaranteed all it, or even who's the Browns quarterback that got hurt?
Hold on, we have a contract correspondent, Caitlin, calling in. Hey, baby, are you here? My phone just has all zeros. This call has not officially started. Hello. Okay.
But like Deshaun Watson has his contract is all guaranteed. But I want you. Is it gonna work?
I'm annoyed enough that it's gonna work. Now we're just doing this.
All right, sit back. We're doing it.
Oh, God. Now I need to know the deets.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hey.
So this is our contract correspondent, Caitlin. I said correspondent a little weird. I remember you told me every little detail about his contract. I cannot remember because I was mourning the dear death of my nana. What am I missing? I know I'm missing a big chunk.
I don't remember exactly now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Played like all right, fuck you. If he played a certain number of games, they owed him like $11.1 million per year for the next 5 years. And if he didn't meet that number, then he only is owed like $20 million.
Oh my God! Instead of 55 for 5 years,
correct.
Every year for the next 5 years. That's now that you say that.
In addition to that, if he played those games, he had a higher chance of being injured, and then they would owe him an additional $23 million if he was injured and they released him.
Oh, so pretty much they're saying we're going to release you.
Yeah, they said we're going to release him. They were like, we're basically going to release him in the 2025 season, and if he plays like a certain number of games and they release him, then they owe him that 11.1 million per year every year
for 5 years. Jesus, that's right.
Joe Shane really nailed it with this contract.
That guy is really good. He let go of Saquon so he can keep Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
No matter what in this, like, even if he dies, $11 million a year.
So weird. Is it just because, like,
Eli, I swear to God, just love this dude, and fucking, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
They're buddies. They have the same quarterbacks coach that they fucking taught them everything they know. And he hooked him up with the Giants and absolutely just had him with an agent, set up a contract that was not only like foolproof, but it had these little dingly fingers in it that just fuck the Giants if they decide to let go of Daniel Jones sooner than he wants to be let go.
To Joe Shane's defense, is it you need a franchise quarterback no matter what? Like, even if you had Saquon, but you had some other quarterback that you don't know, it's better to try to develop Daniel Jones and hopefully he becomes a franchise quarterback instead of keeping a running back who, yes, will be good, but he's not a franchise quarterback, and you need that to win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that was he said straight up, like, this is the move we have to make, not necessarily one we want to make.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah,
you should have just had to make the move you wanted to make. Because this whole spider web of Daniel Jones' contract is an absolute nightmare, and it's ruining a New York franchise that could easily be winning football games. Like, this is not that confusing. This fucking retard should not have this insane contract that's just, no matter what, he's fucking the team out of money they can spend on other players.
And possibly even more money.
And possibly even way more money. Just because he's friends with Eli.
Yep. Wow.
I wouldn't say they'd easily be winning without him. They'd still be a garbage team.
I disagree. I think with a competent quarterback like Aaron Rodgers or something, they could be.
They have no running backs.
You just said Aaron Rodgers is a competent quarterback?
Honey, this is a comedian show that's not here, and I'm making jokes. Obviously. But no, I think there's been a couple. I've defended Daniel Jones this year more than I should on him, actually, because I've said there's been games where the guy hasn't even had 2 seconds to step back in the pocket and throw a pass.
I don't think
like
he's
no quarterback can do that.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
the whole team's garbage.
Yeah, since you defended him.
The defense is. They're okay. There's players on this team that can
because
make
they traded that whoever their safety was, that
Xavier McKinney,
McKinney.
Any good player that's on the Giants just leaves and goes to another team once they get good enough.
Hold on, you are actually talking about the Jets. The Giants have a slightly better reputation, very slight, but it's there. They're going to be okay. I think that once we're done with this Daniel Jones nonsense, and we hopefully within the next 1 or 2 years. Because, dude, next year they might still not even draft a quarterback. It might be a year from now. 2 years.
Does Daniel Jones have one more year?
3 years minimum.
No, there's just if they don't lose enough games, they won't be able to draft a quarterback they want.
Oh.
So they might have to wait 2 years.
Well, that's probably why they're pulling Daniel Jones also.
They're cutting all this shit out.
Yeah.
Because this whole team is just a pile of bullshit. And there's just too much. It's a rat's nest of bad contracts. They have to let certain people go. It stinks, I know, but Daniel Jones is like the marker of once that's done and we're done paying him, we can finally move forward to the next mongoloid retard we hire as a quarterback who's going to tie this franchise up in bullshit contracts that ruin us for the next 5 years.
But does Eli still have ties with the team where they'll draft the next guy Eli trains?
After this, I think they're going to stop listening to the Mannings.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't matter what Eli says. No, they should bring Coughlin back if we're going to be doing this fucking game. Because Coughlin got kicked out. Shit. Yeah.
Yes, he's
I think he's like
Jimmy.
working for the Jaguars. He's like their CEO at this fucking point. Well, anyway.
Any dead mice?
And are there any dead mice in the house?
Not that I can see or smell yet.
Nice.
A cat, not a snake.
Jimmy's wrong. We should get a snake.
Wolf snake.
Well, thank you for being our NFL contract correspondent.
Yeah.
No problem.
The enthusiasm is boundless.
Well, it didn't help that I called and you were like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!"
Well, it was the fourth phone call. That wasn't you. That was the phone wasn't
working.
I wasn't.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with you, really.
Yeah. All right.
This is what I deal with.
The rest of the show. Get home safely.
All right, I love you.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
She said she loved me.
I heard that. I'm gonna go home and fight about that. Well, you love Garrett now.
So I'm picking the Buccaneers. Giants at home. I guess they're going to get some sort of Tommy DeVito energy in the beginning, but even the Buccaneers with no receivers, they're still in the games at least, and the Giants are out of the game now. So Buccaneers going to win by more than 6.
I have one hand motion for you.
Tommy Cutlets.
Remember this?
You're all in? You're all in with Tommy Cutlets?
No, I'm not all in. Not all in with
it.
the fucking shucking and jiving Gindaloon fucking retard. I want the Giants to win, though. That's all I can.
I know
that's
that.
literally all I can come up with at this point. Is I want the team I root for to win sometimes, I guess.
Don't
Now,
you feel
though,
like
it's
sometimes
weird.
when you pick against your team, that means they're going to win because they'll fuck you? So.
Every
So don't you almost want to
motherfucking
pick against your
time.
team?
No, I don't want to pick against my team because then they're going to win.
That's what I'm. But don't you want?
No, they only win when I'm in on it. They don't fucking win when I'm out of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck them. No, they don't get to win because I decided they stink. Fuck them. Fuck that. That annoys me to no end. I'm there, but there's also a part of me that's like rooting for them to lose because the shittier they do, the better draft pick we get, and maybe we can get that quarterback, that old Cam Ward from Miami. Maybe we can scoop up, but. Gives a shit. It's a Giants game. It's almost like a Jets game.
In another who gives a shit game, the Patriots head to Miami and are getting 7.5 points from the Dolphins. I mean,
Dolphins resurgence is happening. It
feel
happened last week.
That's true, but the Patriots always seem to beat the Dolphins when the Dolphins need to win, there's always some weird thing with the Patriots-Dolphins game, especially later in the season, where the bad team kills the good team or what, so I'm going Patriots.
It's smart.
Because 7.5 points is too many points for
this was honestly
the
only game this week when I was picking on the Garrett and Steve Piggum.
Yeah.
Where I was kind of like, I went back and forth. I clicked the thing and went back to it multiple times. Because Drake May is, I feel he's getting, I guess, the amount of credit he's due. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that fucking end of the game against the Titans where he's shucking and jiving in the backfield, just waiting for someone to almost get open, and it throws a bullet to get the game into overtime. They then lost, but it was still impressive.
But they're competing in games. They're not getting blown out by 7 more.
That's my thing,
points.
is that they are a competitive, shitty team.
Yeah.
Shitty team nonetheless, but still competitive. The Dolphins have been plagued with injuries, and even guys that are back, like Jalen Waddle's been back for a while now, and he has not been putting up any sort of impressive stat sheet.
Has Tyreek Hill done anything great since?
I think he's had like one good game. I really another one who's just a complete disappointment.
Yeah.
But last week they looked pretty goddamn good, and I think now that basically the whole team's back and they have Tua at the helm, they're back in business. Because remember, last year this was a winning football team that made the playoffs. So now that their core is back, I think they're good enough to win. Seven, but literally it's that hook that fucking drives me nuts. 7.5. I think they're going by 1 touchdown. So I have to pick the Dolphins, but I swear to God, I might be eating these words because they're going to lose by 1/2 a point.
Drunk Jimmy, who you picking?
Patriots. This is what you said. I remember that as a kid when the Patriots would go like 13-3 every year. The Dolphins would be like one of their few losses.
Yeah.
Like this has been a thing forever.
Forever.
And my gut's telling me that it's gonna swing the past favor this time.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right. Well, the Tennessee Titans head to Houston, Texas, to play the Texans, and the Texans are giving them 8 points.
And I'll take
that.
There's not even a lot to say about this game
No.
other than the Titans are balls and the Texans are pretty good.
And the Texans at home, and even what they played Monday night, right, against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And it was like the Cowboys had a chance to at least make the game closer, and they couldn't even do that. And the Texans then got the ball back and scored another touchdown, just went up by more.
I just remember walking off of Garrett and Steve. We walk into my living room, the game's on, and I go, I knew I should have fucking bet on this because this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. The score was like 27-7 or something.
Yeah.
Like it was the Texans were ass raping the Cowboys. I was like, yeah, this is what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
The Texans, when not faced with another very good team, they win. They win handily.
Handily, yeah.
The biggest hiccup they had was against the fucking Jets. Otherwise, they've had a pretty good year. The worst thing that's happened to them is Stephon Diggs eating shit, and he's done for the season.
Oh, yeah.
But Nico Collins is back, and this is what I've been saying since day one when I said everybody needs to draft Tank Dell.
Tank Dell, yeah.
He's the perfect fill-in receiver. And I said this. I was like, once Nico or Stephon Diggs gets hurt, he's the number one receiver on that team. Here he is. Here he is to show up and shine out. He don't just show up. He shows out.
Oh,
that's
what he says.
That's just this thing. Either way, easy pick. Titans are terrible.
Yeah. All right. The Denver Broncos head to Las Vegas, Nevada to play the Las Vegas Oakland Raiders. And the Broncos are giving 6 points to the Raiders. I think I'm picking the Raiders.
Are you brain damaged?
It's a divisional game.
It's a divisional game with the Raiders, who have completely given up. Gardner Minshew is again their starting quarterback.
Nice.
And they're just like,
But this is Gardner Minshew's time. When your team there's no way to improve.
He's been the starter for the last couple weeks. It's already been a thing, and he's already getting put down into the turf, and they're spreading his butt cheeks open, and they're shoving anything they can find on the sideline into his ass.
All right.
I'm surprised that the spread's so low. You know what kind of numbers Bo Nix has been putting up?
True. And the Denver Broncos defense is really good. They hardly let up any points.
I didn't know that before this season.
With really nobody on it except Patrick Surtain Jr., right?
Yeah, Surtain. That's right. I always think it says Sultan on the back of his jersey. But yeah, no. The biggest surprise of this year, if not one of the, is the Denver Broncos. They're a good team. If not for the Chiefs, I think they'd be around the top of the division. They win games
because they have a good coach, Sean Payton. That's why.
Apparently that mix with Russell Wilson was really bad, and now that Bo Nix is there, and he's got some talent. He's a good quarterback.
True. He's not like winning them games.
Nobody's doing his job.
He's doing his job. Yeah.
Doing his job.
Yeah.
He runs the ball into the end zone when he needs to. If not, he's throwing it. Biggest disappointment on the Broncos is Cortland Sutton. Because of the fucking cleared out Jerry Jeudy, there was really nobody else on the offense. Javonte Williams was the biggest name on the offense after Jeudy left. Now Judy's like the fucking fourth string wide receiver in Cleveland, and Cortland Sutton, after the first 6 games, is now I think he's dead. I think he died.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from him.
I thought he was going to be the number one guy on the team. He's shit, but everyone else.
Lil
Jordan Humphrey, yeah, Javonte Williams is pretty good. But it's one of those teams not at all like Buffalo, but the idea is there where I couldn't name a single receiver there, but Bo Nix gets the ball to them. They make plays, they win games. Most important thing you can do in football is and it's always impressive. It's what I wish the Giants would do, but they have a team that nobody talks about, but they win football games, and they are going to do that in fucking spades against the goddamn Raiders, who are having an abysmal season.
I guess, yeah. Raiders at home. That
home hasn't mattered. Home hasn't mattered.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Joey Dago. Sorry, I'm sorry the Raiders stink this year. Welcome to the fucking Big Blue Giants club. No matter who our fucking bullshit team plays, they fucking lose. The Giants lost to the Panthers in Germany, and the fucking Raiders are gonna lose to the Broncos in Las Vegas. I apologize. I love you, Joey. Stinks. Raiders stink.
All right. The Arizona Cardinals head out west, even though they're kind of west.
Head out wester.
30 miles.
To Seattle, and they're playing the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are giving 1 point. I feel like the Seahawks are dying.
Shut it down.
I'm shutting it down.
Max Loads just said they certainly better than I thought they were. I'm sorry I got to that so late.
Thank you, Max Loads.
Much appreciated, Loads. Jack Brennan 666.
I wish we had Loads' phone number. He could call in.
I would love to have the Loads number. I don't think Gino gave him our numbers either.
No. But yeah, the Cardinals getting one in Seattle. Seattle is a disappointment. Cardinals are they in first place? I think they're ahead of the 49ers.
Because the 49ers keep breaking even.
Yeah.
Every game they win, they lose one after.
I wish Scores and Odds just had their record right at the top.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be the Cardinals.
Oh, Cardinals 6-4.
Yeah,
straight up. Yeah,
and nobody expected much from them this year because nobody expected much from Kyler Murray. But I think he's better than he's been given credit for. He was just very injured and got put in a little too early.
Yeah,
and just played a shitty season last
year.
And
I also thought it was like he played for. Oh God, what was his coach?
The guy, it was Hard Knocks. I remember it's Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah. I thought it was Cliff Kingsbury. I thought it was like he knew his system because it was his college head coach, right? And then it was like, oh, he's already know. That's why he's good. But no, he's just good.
He's good. He can run. He can throw. He's good at. He's got Marvin Harrison Jr. now on top of John Connor, who's a wonderful running back.
He used to be on the Steelers.
No, I think you think James Conner.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. I said John Connor, who was the guy. James Conner is the one that's on the.
John Connor is the Terminator.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what they called him.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. To me, it's an easy pick.
Yeah.
Unless Jackson Smith and Jigba has another fucking wonderful game.
But what about
puts up 37 fantasy points on my motherfucking bench? The Seahawks. I'm sorry, Loads. Loads of apologies here. I think every game they win is a gift because that team is fucking not great. DK Metcalf's out, which is the saving grace they had.
Yeah.
Tyler Lockett shit. He hasn't been good all year. Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jake Bobo have been the fucking saviors for the team. I don't like the Seahawks in any game.
Do you give any consideration to the 12th man?
Dude, it's so fucking annoying because when they do win and when they win late,
they get all
was
the
it
credit.
Against the Rams? I think it happened recently.
Yeah, where they
because there was a game they were going to just fucking outright lose and they won and the stadium was going nuts. And I want to never put any credence into that, but at the same time, it's like when it happens. How can you not consider it? Like they figured out the acoustics of the stadium.
But it's not even an indoor stadium, which is weird.
No, but whatever the bowl weird shape of it is and the weird dull air in Seattle that makes no noise.
Don't they have that weird just like empty back though where that goes into a triangle? Like
yes.
It doesn't even have full enclosure. But I don't know how.
They've said they've done studies that it is officially the loudest stadium in the NFL.
Wow.
Like the highest decibel rate per.
And they caused an earthquake bigger than what was in Connecticut today.
What?
But when the Marshawn Lynch run, it got measured on the Richter scale when he went beast mode and ran over like all the Saints in a row.
He went beast mode.
And everyone was going crazy. Apparently it registered on the earthquake scale. And then Stancil earlier today on Garrett and Steve said Connecticut had an earthquake today. But it was like a 2.3. You don't even feel that. So how would you even know that?
It was a Marshawn Lynch like average TD run.
So yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking the
going to
Cardinals, regardless of how many men are on the field. I have to pick the Cardinals because I just like they play good football, and the Seattle Seahawks every week is a question mark.
Yeah.
Every single week. I want to hear the loads. Oh, hold on, the loads ments are coming in.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna go to the top one. I'm pretty certain I'm picking Seattle again to take the lead in the NFC West at 6-5, beating the Cardinals this week.
Wow.
He then says the Cardinals are 6-4, and the other 3 teams in division are 5-5.
Yeah.
I think Metcalf's playing, and that's a big.
It's a game changer.
A little bit. Metcalf he's the best player on the team, in my opinion. He's just one of those receivers that.
Who else would you pick? Geno Smith,
Jackson Smith, and Jigba. Who's running back? The third.
Yeah,
I know his name is the third something. What's his name? N-word the third.
I think that's his name.
Fuck, I can't remember his name, but
Maybe
Metcalf can change the game. He's very good. He's one of those receivers that if he takes off downfield and you can just get the ball near him, it's probably a fucking touchdown.
Yeah.
But anyway, Jack Brennan 666 didn't mean to ignore him before. I tried to put it up. The best football team is the one with the most rapists on it. Comment.
I don't know what team that would
Wouldn't
be.
know because I think if all NFL rapes get covered up.
Yeah.
They never make the news. So I'm to assume there's been 0 rapes by any NFL player.
The last rape I heard of was Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Right? And he's not on a team anymore. So I don't know any
Rape-less-burger.
Maybe did Pac-Man
No, you say
Jones?
scapegoat the white guy. I say that motherfucker actually must have done something terrible because he's a white quarterback for the Steelers and
Right.
he still got in trouble.
Yeah.
Like he must have actually shoved a girl in a bathroom stall.
That's what you did. Right?
Yeah.
That's what he did, right? Yeah.
And that must have actually happened because, again, there's no way these guys are all walking around not raping. There's no way.
Wow.
But you never hear about any of it because the NFL is good at like, hey, we'll let Ray Lewis murder a guy, but let's any rape stuff under the rug. No way. No way.
Didn't he go to like an off the beaten path college?
Roethlisberger?
Yeah.
With the Miami of Ohio.
Yeah, exactly. Like not like a juggernaut in the college football thing.
Yeah, but the rape was while he was on the Steelers.
Oh, what? I thought it was when he was in college.
It was in Vegas, right?
Yeah, no, he was on the Steelers.
Was there
Oh,
two?
really? Oh, all right.
Was there 2?
I think there was 2.
Jimmy, please enlighten us. I know the one where he shoved a girl in a bathroom
I
stall.
was in like middle school, but I think there was one in 2010. Because then he gets suspended in 2011, right?
He got I remember he got suspended, which is insane that he didn't just go to prison. He got suspended from his fun football job from playing. He got suspended from playing games for a rape.
I'm 90% sure there was.
Really? He even got suspended for it? I don't remember that.
There was consequences. Like, dude, it made the news and shit. Like there was consequences.
Wow.
But it was slap on the wrist consequences. It wasn't real shit.
Yeah.
He didn't get in like actual trouble. He was like, hey, you can't play footy ball with your friends for 3 weeks. For 3 weeks straight, you can't throw a pigskin.
I thought there was something where he was riding his motorcycle and didn't have a helmet on. Oh, okay.
I don't know about the second rape though. I only know about the bathroom stall incident. Well, either who.
Yeah.
Best football team is one of the most rapists on it. Again, the only one on record is Rapelessburger. So the Steelers is the best football team.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other. Yeah. Don't worry. You got me Googling NFL players who. No, not who have died, who have raped. National
or no?
Former. Oh, here we go. Former NFL player Kellen Winslow, the second
That's
sentence
right.
to 14 years.
He like raped a homeless woman.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
Yeah. He was like, I want to say he was like riding either his motorcycle or his bicycle, one of those, and just like came upon some homeless woman and raped her.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He like went insane. I believe that was the story. Allegedly. I'll say allegedly. So Kellen Winslow doesn't sue us.
Dude, you don't get 14 years for nothing.
Oh, that's 14?
Sentenced to 14 years. And that's just the headline.
Uh-huh.
Convicted forcible rape of an unconscious person. Your story's checking out.
Nice.
Assault with intent to commit rape, indecent exposure, lewd conduct. Yeah, no, it sounds like your story is exactly
What
what
about
happened.
this Philadelphia Eagles player charged with rape 2023?
Days before the NFL final, it guards Joshua Sills, also accused of kidnapping rape. Ex-NFL player Dana Stubblefield
Oh, he's old now.
connected.
Well, Beardfield and thumb.
James Franklin refuses to comment on rape charges. Browns QB Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
Those are he asked masseuses to jerk him off.
Oh God, Darren Sharper was another horrible.
Oh
one.
yeah, I remember he did
had
an
some
actual
sort of-
rape.
He was doing like what truck drivers do, like this. He worked for ESPN, so like whatever city he was in, covering the game, he was drugging and raping girls.
Jesus Christ. Well, hold on. Here we go. Vice article. Gavin McGinnis's old stomping grounds, because he was good at being a huge faggot. The rapey roster. Here we go. So there are 44 NFL players who have been accused of sexual or physical assault. So let's just run through these and see what team
Yeah, Roethlisberger's got 2. He had 1 in 2009.
has the most. So we have one for the 49ers, Ahmad Brooks, misdemeanor sexual battery. Ben Roethlisberger, twice accused of sexual assault.
Nice.
CJ Spillman, another 49er. We got 2 for the 49ers, twice accused of sexual assault. Frosty Rucker, looks like a Cardinal jersey.
Yeah.
Sexual assault in 97 2002. Jameis Winston, accused of rape.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
So the
That's
Browns
the
got
Buccaneer.
two rapists on their team?
He was a Buccaneer, I think, at the time of the rape.
But now, according to the comment,
Yeah, Brown. Now we
yeah.
got a couple Browns. Jermaine Cunningham.
Posted
Revenge porn. All right, let's not
rape.
stretch the definition
Yeah.
of rape to posting a picture of someone naked.
Giants.
John Jerry repeated sexually harassed teammates in bull.
Oh my
hold
God,
fuck.
get the
Now
fuck
again,
outta
hold
here.
on, hold. What
So,
I'm
like-
sorry. What Sharper did, where he was, and who was the guy that was raping a homeless
Kellen
woman?
Winslow.
Kellen Winslow. We're putting that in the same league as John Jerry, who called someone a fag in the locker room.
Or pulled out his dick or something in front of guys in the locker room. God, get out of here. This
Unless
is ridiculous.
the
I like him
sexual
even
harassment
more.
of the teammates was that he ripped their pants off, held them down, and fucked them. This is not in the same league as what these
No,
other guys
no.
did because they raped people at fucking all.
Get out of here.
Jordan Hicks accused of rape. Here we go.
Nice.
Now we're back to talking what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And that looks like, again, that's an Eagle. Ooh, Eagles are
Yeah.
getting one. Josh McNary.
Is that a Titan?
That it looks like a Lions jersey.
Panthers?
No, I think that's Detroit.
Oh, okay.
That's that Detroit Blue. Accused of rape.
Acquitted, though.
Acquitted.
Get out of here. Doesn't
Sounds like a
count.
false accusation,
Yeah.
possibly. Julian
Ooh.
Edelman accused of touching a woman
Oh,
inappropriately.
God, get
By the way,
outta
he
here.
did that shit. 100%. You ever see the video of him at the Kentucky Derby
Yeah.
with Tom Brady? He's just like,
Yeah.
he's all shit faced. He did that shit.
He definitely did.
But again,
He didn't mean it.
who cares what he meant?
Yeah.
He got in trouble for what he did. But again, we're talking in different leagues
Yes.
of like
Severity.
very
Yeah.
severe versus this guy was being a piece of shit. and being a piece of shit. Junior Gillette accused of domestic violence and sexual assault. Again, looks like a Cardinals jersey.
I would say so.
Very red. Domestic violence,
Get
sexual
out.
assault.
What? The next one. Get out of here.
Mark Sanchez accused of sexual assault. Was it the butt fumble? Is that considered sexual assault because he shoved a
He tried
football
to stuff a football up a guy's ass.
during a game? Dude, how funny would that be if, like, during a game he
You
just
tried
fucking
to
finger
sexually
blast
assault someone.
his center? He's like, "You're not gonna tell anyone. You're gonna tell anyone I'm fingering
They'll
you."
never prove it. Yeah. it's
That's why I
like-
made the snap count 10 this play. Hut 1, 2, hut 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And he's just fingering his
That's
center.
hilarious. What can you do? My hand's supposed to be
Oh, I
there.
just want to snap the ball. Just please let me snap it. Just say the magic word. Say Blue 42 for the love of God. He's just finger raping
Fingered
his center.
asshole. Oh my God. I don't know how I want to make that a reality.
By the way, I have to zoom in on this to make it normal. Vice, have an article where, like, the whole thing I'm looking at
Yeah.
isn't just on one side, and then we have this blank page all the way to the fucking right. Next guy on the list,
Of
Tennessee
course.
Titan, Parrish Cox, accused of raping and impregnating. Oh, Jesus, acquitted.
Acquitted though.
How do you get? I mean, if the proof is in the womb,
Yeah.
what kind of lawyer did you have?
No, like they proved it wasn't his child.
Oh, well, there you go.
Maybe.
That's the kind of lawyer you had. A DNA test. There it is.
Prince Shembo.
Prince Shembo also in this picture is making a face like he just got accused of sexual assault and killing a dog.
And killing a dog. Oh, God.
Ooh, fuck! I was fucked up.
They got me.
I killed that dog right after I fucking grabbed that woman's tits. Oh, well, Princess Shembo. Wearing all black, but it's clearly not a jersey. He's a Raider.
I mean, I technically killed a dog.
Should you be in this article?
Maybe.
Have you also played in the
I
NFL?
called someone to my house to kill my dog.
Well, that's
You know, like I killed
you didn't
a dog.
kill your dog. Your dog put down. Drama
Okay.
queen.
I'm just saying, maybe that's what he did.
Hold on, wait.
And
Did you call someone to your house?
media is blowing it up.
Did you call someone to your house with a fucking sledgehammer to put your dog out of its misery?
I wish it would have been easier.
Say, hey, bring your shotgun and put my dog away.
Instead, it's like 15 minutes of, all right, we're giving it this one shot. And then it's just like the tongue falls out of its mouth. And they're
Oh,
like, no,
God.
it's still alive. You're like, oh, cool. And its eyes are kind of awake, but not really. And then they're like, all right, now we give it another shot. And its tongue even comes up further out of its mouth. It's just like this torture you have to go through as you sit there in your house, like as you're killing your dog.
I held Sonny's paw when he died. My cat, my big fat orange cat, Sonny. They put him out the same way. And the Dr. Death at the vet's office told me, he's like, listen, if he moves after like a couple minutes, it ain't him. He's like, his body's just like doing weird death convulsions. He's like,
Oh, God.
he had to warn me, like, don't, your cat's not coming back to life, or he's fine, he's just dead. And luckily, none of that happened. Sonny was such a fat fuck when he died. Like, he literally was already half dead before they even gave him the shots.
Yeah.
And then they just put a thing in him. He's like, yeah. And he was out. He was done. Anyway,
He
we have
loves lasagna.
we have like yes, my
And he
fat
hated
cat
Mondays.
Garfield loved lasagna. Let's get some more of these NFL
Yeah.
rapists. Ray McDonald accused of rape and domestic assault.
Another 49er?
Or Cardinal, just a red jersey.
I think it's 49ers.
I'll give you that. Yeah, the
Yeah.
the numbers look 49ers. The
Yeah.
49ers so far makes me think these are a lot of gay rapes. Gapes. A lot of San Francisco rapes. Richie
Oh, get outta
Incognito
here.
accused
Oh, my
of
God.
sexual battery with a golf club. You remember the Richie Incognito
Saga.
scandal
Yeah.
where some big faggy guy got made fun of a lot,
Yeah.
and Richie was really mean. Hey, not for nothing, they put out the guy's voicemails and some of his texts. This guy, he deserved everything he got because he was
did.
clearly a big fucking asshole.
Uh-huh.
Like, why, like, off hours and like outside the club, you're fucking calling this guy
Yeah.
and bothering him?
He
Like,
was
fuck
like-
off, Richie.
Like he was in a frat at the
Yeah.
time, kind of doing hazing. And it was like, all right.
It was a
calm
lot of
down.
hazing shit. It's like, dude, we're adults getting paid to do this. Like, fucking relax. Enough with this shit. So he deserved every shitty thing that happened to him. But they made it out like he was bending people over
Yeah.
and just raping them up the ass in the locker room. When it was like, no, he was just being a cocksucker all the time.
But even the NFL figured it out because he got signed like a year later.
Yeah.
And then played for 4 or
I think
5
the
more
Dolphins
years.
or something.
Yeah.
Or the Buccaneers, whatever. But yeah, no, he deserved all the shitty things because you heard the voicemail and it's like, dude, this is our job. Why are you calling me and just saying all this shit? Like, fuck off. Like, we get paid to be here. Like, if I suck, I'm gonna get
It was
cut and
definitely
fired.
way over the top.
He was like, clearly he was just that guy who's like, no, I love being in a frat and stuff. And I love when I get to fuck with other guys and we do it right. No, fuck him.
And then he uses the excuse like, I'm just trying to toughen him up for the NFL.
How about you toughen up? He wasn't even good.
No,
He was okay. He was an okay lineman.
he was above average though.
Not good enough to change the locker room
But
into a golf club asshole.
He was good enough to shove a golf club up someone's ass and then get hired again a year later and play,
Hey.
for a few more years after that.
Proof is in what happened. Absolutely. He was good enough for that. But I don't know. When you're a lineman, I feel like you should kind of just shut the fuck up.
True.
Nobody.
You should
like-
be incognito, right?
Yes, Garrett. we'll move on with that.
All right.
Wait, was that the last
Oh
one?
God, we haven't. Is that the last one?
No. What's happening? My shit's all fucked up. I think Vice's website is asking for Gavin back and is being very gay.
Fuck, who wrote this song? My shit's fucked up.
Where'd it go? Taunting the player about his supposed homosexuality. I think I accidentally clicked on Richie.
Oh,
Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Oh, he was. I brought him
Accused
up
of
before.
assaulting 5 separate
Nice.
women. Yeah, that guy was nuts. He did all that shit. He did
he would get in fights at airports,
was pulling
with
guns
security
out on people and like robbing people. Yeah, he was out of his fucking mind. He
Yeah.
did all that shit. Adrian Peterson pleaded no contest to reckless assault. I guess
You know what he did, right?
he whipped his young son
With a
with a switch and hit him in the back of the legs and balls.
and balls.
Oh, not the ball.
And I just listen. I don't care how you discipline your kids. I think that's way too far. Like if you can't say something to your kid and get them to figure it
Hey,
out
calm
because you're a
down.
fucking
Way
faggot.
too far.
But the fact that there are court transcripts where your son's talking about getting whipped in the balls, you're a dumb shithead.
Yeah.
There's just something wrong with you, and you're a piece of shit. Like no matter what, you fuck that up. I understand because again, this is not again. We started at the top with people that went up to a homeless woman and raped her, and then we're talking about a guy who abusively was trying to correct
Discipline
his
his
son,
son. Yeah.
but abusively nonetheless.
yes.
And again, we're talking about this kid was talking to lawyers and police saying, "My dad hit my balls." You fucked up major in a way that needs to be
Yeah.
is like unreconcilable. But these are again different leagues of things. Albert McClellan accused of throwing a lamp at his girlfriend.
Whatever. Maybe she just had a really good idea.
It just felt like a lamp got thrown at her. Yeah. She had a really good idea.
She was really saying, she said, brighten up, bitch.
Throwing a lamp at girlfriend.
That doesn't count.
Again, we're putting this guy on the list
Yeah.
with a guy who is dosing people with drugs and fucking them. Same thing, throwing a lamp at a girlfriend. Brandon Marshall, at least 9 domestic,
Oh,
at
man.
least. So now we're just guessing. He's got like at least, nine
Yeah.
bad
I mean,
girlfriends.
probably more. I just didn't want to look into it further.
He probably just fucked a bunch of stupid women and was dumb himself and just got into a lot of fights in public.
I think he kind of came out about that and was like, he's bipolar.
Oh, so he probably hit a bunch of bitches.
And he had like his girlfriend that he would get into arguments with and would fly off the handle.
So sure, he deserves bullshit.
Yeah.
He deserves it. But again, different leagues.
White guy.
What do you do, Bruce? Bruce Miller accused of assaulting girlfriend and breaking her phone.
All right, whatever.
Chris Cook accused of strangling girlfriend. That looks like
Acquitted.
acquitted
Yeah.
for
Does he have
strangling.
wait, go back. Does he have one big unibrow?
Yes, he does.
What the fuck?
That's probably what she brought up. He strangled her with it.
Like I've
Wrapped
never
his
seen
forehead
one
around-
like that.
Yeah, that's a mega brow.
Yeah.
Mega brow Chris Cook.
Wow.
Hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him strangling his girlfriend. Courtney Upshaw. Downshaw accused of domestic violence.
Yeah, accused.
A Raven, luckily he didn't stab someone to death.
Yeah.
As a precedent has been set in Raventown. Darryl Washington assaulted ex-girlfriend, broke her clavicle.
All right, that's a little crazy.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, Darryl. Or Darrell. Des Bryant accused of
Ooh.
assaulting his mother.
Get out of
What?
here.
Oof. Des. What happened there?
That means like his mom had to make a charge, right?
Yeah. That does mean that.
How else would anyone know unless
So-
he did it on the field?
On the, you know when like players go up to the stands to hand the ball to their mom,
He threw it at her.
pegged her in the face. Just, bitch! I told you I'm good at football. I told you I can make a career. I ain't gotta be a janitor at dad's school. I told you.
Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe he fucking blasted her in the face with
Yeah.
a football. She was being a bitch. Doriel Green Beckham accused of pushing a woman down the stairs.
All right,
Who hasn't wanted to do that?
Yeah, Just for the fun.
Every time I'm near stairs, I go, damn, I wish I had some dumb bitch to push down these. All right, Doriel, I get it. Fred Davis, twice accused of assault.
I mean, I never even heard of these guys.
Yeah, now
peeling
Vice
off.
was like, can we just find any? Greg
I
Hardy.
heard of him.
Greg Hardy, ex-NFL player and now ex-UFC fighter. Greg Hardy. He was in the UFC for a minute. And he won a fight and got his ass whooped in every other fight. He was a cocksucker to everyone who dealt with him at all. This motherfucker's an asshole, piece of shit.
Yeah.
Accused of assault and communicating threats. He did everything he was accused of, plus more.
He's guilty.
This guy is a fucking garbage human. And he got everything that was coming to him in the UFC because he got his ass whooped. He should never have been a fighter. The reason he was in is because he was a big fucking dude and could just throw hands. I think he won like one fight, maybe two, because they put him up against another guy who couldn't really fight. But then once he was fighting real dudes, he got his shit pushed in. He was done for. James Harrison, accused of hitting his girlfriend. Now that's a Steelers legend.
Yeah. That 99-yard touchdown return in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he was
against the Cardinals.
He beat the shit out of some fucking Cardinals player on a punt return. Remember that?
No.
Caught a huge penalty
But James
for it.
Harrison was he's just one of those guys that every play, if you just watch him, you watch the play happening.
Yeah.
Because either the quarterback's reacting to him getting very close, or he's sacking the quarterback, or he's hitting the running back. Like James Harrison was that dude. Surprising that a violent football player was also violent off the field. I can't believe that for 1 second. Johnny Manziel, accused of hitting his girlfriend. Well, Johnny Football.
Yeah.
I believe, again, he's another person. I believe every shitty thing about him. I watched the documentary about him. He's just
an entitled asshole.
Entitled, half a drug addict, kind of fucking just like, come on, guy, football. How I didn't know 44 names would take 4 hours to read.
No.
Let's just speed read the rest of these. There's got to be only 2 left. John Dwyer accused of assaulting his wife. She's probably a bitch. Justin Cox twice accused of domestic violence. Probably a bitch. Leroy Hill twice accused of domestic violence. Probably a bitch. Marquise Pouncey accused of assaulting a woman and gay man. How do we fucking fly past that? We have to. We just have to.
What a bitch and a bitch.
Probably a bitch. Mike Pouncey, his fucking brother. Accused of assaulting a woman and gay man. So this is definitely his brother, and it was the same night. And they got in a fight with a woman and gay man. Philip Merling accused of battery of his pregnant girlfriend. Well, maybe she should have been acting right. Quincy Anunwa accused of assaulting his girlfriend. Randy Starks accused of banging a. Let's just stop at banging a woman. It's like, whoa, the NFL! Look how far they're going. Accused of banging a woman. Head against Ball in 2006. Ray Rice punched his fiance in the face.
What about the murder? That's not
Ray Rice. He's the hotel punch.
Lewis,
By the way, not to. I bet every one of these guys did what they're accused of.
Yes.
I bet they all did it. They all did it. Remember the video of the Jets player who threw his wife through a fucking TV on camera in his own house? Yeah, I bet they all fucking did it. I have no doubt in my head that they all accused of banging a woman's head against Ball in 2006.
Wow.
I bet in 2007 he did it again. I fucking have no doubt in my mind. Robert Sands accused of assaulting his pregnant wife.
Awesome.
They get very lippy when they're pregnant. I bet he did. Rodney Austin, Falcone of assaulting his girlfriend and infant son.
Cool. What a great guy.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Santonio Holmes accused of domestic violence and assault. Believe it.
What jersey is he in that picture? Falcons?
Cincinnati.
He was on Cincinnati?
It's a Bengals jersey. It's
Wow,
orange.
I remember him on the Jets.
Terrell Suggs? No way.
Repeated?
Oh, come on, Suggs. That's Suggs.
Wow,
that fucking
that
Suggs.
hit you hard, huh?
That's Suggs. So I used to Terrell Suggs and Jermaine Buggs are my favorite players on the Ravens in that era. Tony McDaniel pushed a girlfriend on the ground, and thank God we reached the end of it. Hey, Jack Brennan, I hope we answered.
Corrections say?
God, there's corrections. An earlier version of this article misidentified a photo of Danny Amendola as a photo of Julian Edelman. Hilarious. Same Patriots white guy.
White wide receivers on the
white
Patriots.
guy.
Yeah.
Find the hot tub scene in the movie The Last Boy Scout when you want to put the cherry on top of this segment.
Oh, God.
I only know The Last Boy Scout for the running back scene where he shoots a man and then runs into the end zone with a football. I'm going to assume the hot tub scene involves a black guy beating the shit out of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Are there any games left?
Yes. 3 games left.
Okay.
Here we go.
Speed run.
The 5-5 49ers.
Gino's not even here, and we did this anyway.
I know. No lightning round.
Imagine if Gino was here.
We were talking about Brennan and Zumbach.
Oh, yeah.
The 5-5 49ers head to Green Bay, where the Green Bay Packers are giving 3 points to the 49ers. I say this is 49ers like they have to turn it around. The 49ers are a good enough team. They're going to turn it around against the Packers, who kind of squeaked out a victory last week in a weird way. I forget how, but I'm going 49ers.
McCaff rolls back.
Yeah.
The 49ers, they're going to – maybe they won't, but I feel like they're going to pull it together at some point. The Packers – I think it's going to be a good game, a close game, which is why I was going to pick who's getting points in this game. Like
the 49ers are getting points.
If the Packers are getting the same amount, I'd probably be picking them.
Yeah.
Give me the 49ers just because this will probably be decided by exactly a field goal, and that hook is going to get you.
Mm-hmm.
It's bitches that'll get you, son.
The Eagles are flying across the country to Los Angeles to play the Rams.
And
the Rams are getting 2.5 points.
Higher spread, I'd pick the Rams, but I gotta
go pick the Eagles. The Eagles are winning in decisively. I don't know if that's the right word.
I was impressed by the Commanders.
Yeah.
The Commanders win made me think that I had a wrong impression.
And I guess the Rams they got their guy, the receivers back at least. But
Cooper Kupp and Nakua are now back in full force. But
they still haven't impressed me that they're back.
There's just something off about that team. I'm not sure what it is. They should be pretty good, but they're just not. You got to take the Eagles with that. If the spread was any higher, maybe even 3, I'd reconsider. But I can't with that low of a number. I think they're going to win.
That was our last game because we already picked the Ravens-Chargers game.
I've never picked a Chargers game.
Oh my God, you get to pick a Chargers game.
I'm always in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
The Baltimore Ravens are heading west, just like the Eagles, and playing the Chargers in the same stadium. And the Chargers are getting 2.5 points from the Ravens at home.
Huge team.
Now, I don't want to tip you off.
2.5 from the Ravens are getting 2.5.
The Chargers are getting 2.5.
The Chargers are getting 2.5.
Chargers are getting 2.5. Now, I don't want to persuade you, but we had a guest on earlier in the show. His name is Boltman. You've kind of always missed him. I'm not sure why.
Craig Boltman?
No, he's just Boltman. Yeah, no first name.
Is he Cher?
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of a personality. You'd like the guy. He's kind of showboaty. He really likes football.
I do not usually like people that are showboaty. It's actually not my cup of tea. I get annoyed by people very easily when they kind of talk a lot.
He has a lightning bolt for a face.
Like Harry Potter?
No, not like a scar. Like his face is a lightning bolt. It's awesome.
It's like Fireman Ed. He just goes to Chargers games with a Chargers costume on and says, "Hey, I work here now because I bought season tickets."
Yep. So he, big Chargers fan, he picked the Chargers to lose by 1.5 billion points. So I don't want that to persuade your choice.
I don't know anything about this guy, but clearly this drug addict doesn't know anything about football because no one's ever scored 1 billion points in a single game ever.
You don't know Bolt? It sounds like you know Boltman.
If he's making $1.5 billion,
how'd you know he was a drug addict?
It's just an honest guess about someone who says that's going to be the score. Must be on some sort of drug.
Yeah. I think he's kind of turning his life around, though. He has a job now.
Is he turning his life around? Or is he just stealing Frankie McDonald's job? I was in the bathroom, but I heard certain things.
Yeah.
My connection was a little faulty, but I heard a couple of things.
I mean, he might have, but, Frankie's getting paid for that job. He's just helping
Frankie. Getting laid. That's the Frankie McDonald mantra.
He's just helping Frankie out.
All right. Well, if Boltman said that the Chargers are going to lose, and we're saying this is a Fireman Ed with a very extensive costume with Boltellectual rights that cost $75,000, I'm gonna have to pick against him because it sounds like a retarded drug addict made a pick.
You're right.
The Chargers maybe lose but cover by a point.
Yeah,
Chargers cover at
I'm
home.
with you.
At home.
The Ravens aren't a blow you out team. I thought they were, and it seems like they're going to. But then whenever they have their chance to blow out a team or win by a few touchdowns, they kind of fall apart or make stupid mistakes. What was it
Remember
last
when
week?
they played 2 weeks ago against the Bengals and it was a shootout until did that go into overtime? It was like 35-35 at the end.
I don't remember.
Either way, the Jews run the media and the Chargers win this game.
All right, yeah, I'm with Chargers win. Money line Chargers.
The Chargers win by 555 points.
Wow. So
Mark my words.
Between you and Boltman, there is going to be a 2 billion point difference.
That guy sounds like an idiot. I think I know what I'm talking about. I watch
You
football
do.
every Sunday.
I mean, you know how many touchdowns you'd have to score for 550 million points? I'm just saying that'd be a lot. That's a lot of time.
55
Probably, I think even more than that.
and a half and a hook.
I have to do
What's
the
the
math
show
again.
Gino's on, by the way? Because now that we're done with this,
Yeah.
that we made our final pick, we can sit on our laurels. Why don't we watch Gino on whatever show he's on? He said the name several times.
Jerry Dunlap, Jerry Derulo, Jerry Derulo.
Quite frankly,
While you find it, I gotta take a piss.
with.
Jerry.
By the way, there's a show called Quite Frankly with Stephen A. Smith. Is that the one he's on? Because I don't think he's on that one. Quite frankly, it was Frank something. Frank, get it? Because Frank is his name, and Frank. It was Frank Derulo. Frank Alaridi, 4-time Emmy-winning journalist. That ain't the guy. That ain't the guy Gino's doing the show with. Quite frankly, 7 p.m. This sounds like it might be it. 7 p.m. weekly. That looks like the guy Gino was talking to. Here we go. Followed by Gino Visconti. I found it. Now, where's the link to their thing? Here we go. Found it.
It's so funny, the different ages, because my brother's like, Fox News just said this. The other guy's like, I just saw this on New York Times. And I'm like, I was watching Tim Pool, but the other guy kept saying, he kept giving me the odds on Polymarket. He kept saying, all right, Trump's now this on Polymarket, like the odds, the in game.
But a week before the election, he was 64% for a win.
I'm gonna call Gina.
Thanks, Jimmy.
I'm calling him.
He's on the air right now.
Yes.
You call him?
Yeah.
What the hell do they know?
How do they know?
Yeah.
What do they know? Because everybody, even the most diligent pollsters that we
His
know,
pocket's ringing.
who if
just
they can
moved.
have it their way,
Stop
they'd
the
love
ring.
to see Trump win and sweep and all that other stuff. They were still, they thought that it was going to be a pretty solid victory, but they weren't running away with it 65%. So we were always wondering, what the hell do the gamblers know? And I don't know, I can't wait to see some kind of a conclusion, if anything is ever released, about what happened with the Polymarket CEO, why they needed his phone.
Well, they have
Wow.
they
What
must have
kind of-
all these, not must.
Who
but,
is this
know,
guy that has
Vegas
his mouth?
sets the line so well every
With-
week.
So Gino called it with the 30,000 followers and 3 retweets.
Yeah,
It seems like a rich guy has a podcast in his house.
and he pays for followers.
Yeah, and he has people on
Huh.
that are like, hey, let's talk about Trump and how awesome.
It seems kind of weird. So they're all in the same room,
Yeah.
but they're all on different cameras with headphones on.
Yep. It's a podcast. I was doing a pod. Put up some lava lamps, and you have an on-air sign, and
Yeah,
you just you start with a lot of money,
How
and
many?
eventually you never make money, but you just have a lot of money.
Is this
With the polls
local?
We saw it in
This is on- he
2016.
has his own
We saw
website.
it in 2020. It's
Guys,
not
this
that the
guy's doing
polls
great, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
are inaccurate.
really
They're
is?
just 10% off.
Like, can you tell
That
how many
it's
people
10%
watching?
lower than what
No.
Trump is
Oh.
actually getting. So I'm sure that was
Let's see.
factored into a little
yeah,
bit with
like,
Vegas, because
there's
they have
something.
the algorithm, they get the genuine information because they know how to make money. So
Was that Nick?
Kiana looks like she's ready to stamp.
Thank you for hitting the red pill.
Oh, he's getting a lot of chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for them.
And this is just on the guy's website, so he's doing something.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m.
What do you know about him, Jimmy?
All I know is that he was streaming during the election.
Oh, that was the first time you watched him?
Literally.
Oh, okay.
I think she posted on a story, so I checked it out.
All right.
And
He's doing fine. Look, he's got the live view counter right here, 502. He's got Brennan numbers,
All right.
so he's doing
All
good.
right, good.
Yeah. I mean, good for them. Let's see what else is happening here.
And hats off to Adam Krigler for putting this out there.
I know that
Yeah.
name too.
This is a letter from June 25th of 1745.
As a sophomore.
He was giving advice to a young friend of his on sex and marriage. Okay,
Ooh.
the advice to a friend on choosing a marriage. All right, now
I
listen.
forget that these people had sex. Like I just imagine he's always outside
He
with
fucked everyone,
with,
right?
He was
key and
he
a
was a
kite.
problem. Benjamin Franklin was a problem.
He couldn't keep his Hancock in his pants.
He was a problem.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was. Okay, you ready?
Oh, good.
Okay, here we go.
Shut up. That's why.
Here we go. My dear friend, I know of no medicine fit to diminish the violent natural inclinations you mention. And if I
They took Gino off the screen. Look at that. Everyone but Gino.
anti-Italian discrimination.
did, I think I should not communicate it to you. Marriage is the proper remedy. It is the most natural state of man, and therefore the state in which you are
Good
most.
for them.
Yeah, all right.
Let's good for everything's good. I want to support this.
Yeah.
I want to support this, and I want to say nice things.
Gino's getting out to a new audience that probably hasn't heard of him or met him.
This guy seems
That's good.
on our page,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so we'll
Yeah,
support that. God, I fucking can't even think of one other nice thing to say. But everything's great with that. Good for them. That looks like fun.
Yeah, looks
looks
like
like
Gino's
sick.
having fun.
I'm jealous of the studio setup. I wish I had
Uh-huh.
that in my dining room. The
Yeah,
lighting's
why don't
cool.
you do that?
The lighting's sick. He's got like, clearly a big ass house.
Mm-hmm.
Gino was walking around it before. Fucking,
Lava lamps.
I wonder how many mice he has.
I'm going to guess 0, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
Fuck you, Garrett. But he has a lot of mice. It's a big house. They could all go to different rooms. No, good for them. That looks like a fun time. Salud.
Yeah, we had a fun time here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking through the end of the stream and then new stream.
Yeah, thank you for if you came back after Gino fucked us in the ass and cut everyone off. This one's for you guys
To the good guys.
and for Jimmy.
Jimmy. Thanks to Rocky and Glenn for showing up for the Garrett and Steve show. Woo! And we'll see you guys next week.
Either Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday,
Sounds like not
Wednesday,
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Maybe Tuesday.
we'll see.
This is Garrett and Steve and Gino.
Signing off.
Football show saying 44 NFL players have been accused of rape, domestic assault, and battery. Goodbye.